Hi everyone, it's Graham here with another one of those boring video reviews for you. And now is a good time to say no, they're not boring, Graham, we love them. Anyway, so what have I got today? Well, it's a Silver Crest electric coffee grinder, and I bought this from Lidl. It was £9.99, which I thought was quite good value. Hopefully it works alright. Not tried it yet, but we'll do that later on in the video. So yeah, £9.99, it's from Lidl. Now you American viewers, I know I do have some people who view from America. I'm not sure you'll know what Lidl is. It's like a sort of supermarket type thing where they don't just sell food, they sell bits of stuff like this, electrical gadgets and all sorts of different things like this. So yeah, so I've got it from Lidl. It's a Silver Crest, and which is their sort of they do quite a few things from Silver Crest in Lidl. So yeah, so I'm going to open it up and have a look at it and see what's inside. Let's get the box open first of all. So it's electrical, as you can see. Comes complete with the plug, obviously. What else have we got in here? Oh, there's a little brush there as well, look, to no doubt to brush out the grains when you've done it. So it's all wrapped up very nicely. Right. So there we are. It's got the grinder in there, look. On off switch. Looks like it's got a locking mechanism as well. So we're going to try this and see how it gets on. Just not quite sure how this cable works. Oh, I think you have to put that in there, so because at the moment it's sitting on top of the cable and a bit rocky. That's better. That's better. Right. So, and also it's got a good instruction booklet there. I always like a nice instruction booklet. Some of these things you have to go online to get all the instructions, and I'd rather have a booklet that I can read that gives me all the details. So there we are. Tells you how to set it up and everything. So I'm going to read through that, and I'm going to get some coffee beans, and we're going to do a grind, because as you know, if you've been watching my other videos, I do like a nice cup of coffee. So I'm hoping that that'll grind up some beans to make me a nice bit of coffee. It says it does 8 to 9 cups. It's a high quality stainless steel grinder mechanism, so stainless steel, so that's good, shouldn't rust or anything. Freshly ground coffee at a push of a button, transparent lid, allows you to check the coarseness. Yeah, that's a good idea, isn't it? So you obviously need different levels of coarseness for whatever coffee machine you're putting it into. Approximately 8 to 9 cups of brewed coffee. 150 watts power input, and the capacity is 70 grams of coffee beans. Okay, right, I'm going to give that a go now, and keep tuned, so we'll see how that goes. So here we are then. I'm ready to grind the beans now. Now just one point to make is that you need to get some espresso beans if you're using espresso coffee. There's different sorts of beans for different sorts of coffee. So if you want to put it into an espresso machine, which is like this machine we've got here, I've done a review of this, by the way. It's on another video on the channel. So if you want to, if you're interested in that, you can have a look at that. But yeah, so I've got some espresso beans. Now I'm going to make 2 cups of coffee, and it says to put 4 tablespoons of beans into the machine. So I've got my tablespoon measure. 1. I don't think you have to be 2. I don't think you have to be too accurate with this. 3, 4. got a few spilt in, so that's probably a bit much. So we'll take a few out. So there we are. There's the 4 spoonsful of beans for 2 cups, that is. And so for espresso, or espresso, it's you pronounce it, don't you? Espresso. For espresso coffee, it needs to be very, very fine, and for other filter coffees, it needs to be more coarse. But for this, it needs to be very, very fine. And they recommend 45 seconds to do this. So we'll give it a grind and see what it looks like after 45 seconds. I think now it hasn't got a timer on, so you need to time it yourself. But that's easy enough. This is a lock-in lid, by the way, as I showed you before. So you turn it that way and it's locked, so you can't put your hand anywhere near the blade or anything like that. So make sure the lid's on and make sure it's locked, so that it don't jump up or you're not tempted to put your hand in or anything like that. So here we go then. So we need 45 seconds. I'll just set my stopwatch. 45 seconds. It's not too loud. Actually, I thought it was going to be louder than this. So it's not too loud, so that's good. Grinding the beans up. Might give it a bit of a shake. Another 15 seconds. So that's 45 seconds. So let's have a look what we've got. There we are. I don't know whether you can see that. We've got a nice fine powder there. That's lovely. So I'm going to put that in the machine now and make a cup of coffee and see what it looks like. So yeah, I'm quite pleased that that's really quiet. It's not too loud at all. So right, let's put it in the coffee in the machine and see what happens. And now I see why they supply you with a brush, because when you empty it out, there's still quite a lot left stuck to the bottom. So you need to get your brush and get all the last few spots of few grains of coffee out, because you don't want to waste them. And then what I'm doing is I'm putting it into the upturned lid. Don't know whether I suppose that's another use for it. Whether you're meant to do that or not, I don't know. But yeah, I'm putting it in there. There we are then. I've used up what I've done. In fact, I've got more than I needed, so that's good. So it's probably a bit of trial and error as to how much you grind, as to whether you want to, how much you need to put in your particular machine. So I've done that. I've tamped it down, and I've switched on my lovely coffee machine. I love this machine. It makes a lovely cup of coffee. Like I say, there's another video of this. If you want to see this in operation, check out that video. So I'm going to put the coffee in now. I won't show you all that, but I'll put the coffee in, do a couple of cups of coffee for me and my lovely wife, and we'll see what it tastes like. Hopefully it will taste really nice. Right, the first run was a bit of a disaster. So it had ground far too finely, even though it said 45 seconds in the book. It was far too fine, and the machine just got clogged up, and it was literally dripping out about 1 drip a second or something like that. It would have took about an hour or so to get a cup of coffee out of it. So I've ground it a little bit less coarse. I think it's a sort of matter of trial and error, really. I've tried to grind it to the sort of texture that of the normal stuff that we buy when it's bought ready ground. I've done it that way this time. I ground it for about 20 22 seconds, which is sort of half what they said. So I'm going to see how that goes now. Bear with me. Now then, that's running a lot quicker now. So obviously that was the problem, it was too fine before. Hopefully this isn't too coarse. So I'll see what it tastes like and what it looks like when it's finished. Well, that's made a nice creamy looking cup of coffee. So we'll see what it tastes like. Right, well, we got there eventually. As I say, I had to re-grind it to not quite so fine. So let's have a taste. Yeah, that's not bad at all. That's just like the stuff what we buy ready ground. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. So I'm going to enjoy this cup of coffee in my Notts County mug, that is. Been through a hard time just lately, so I'm celebrating that we've still got a club to watch. So cheers everybody, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I hope that video's helped you. And if you want to buy one, you can get them from Lidl, $9.99 when I bought this. Okay, cheers for now, and we'll see you on the next video. Cheers.